I snapped at a client and then I spent 4 hours shoveling an entire street by hand. And that is when I knew I needed meditation. This was in Kingston, Ontario. It was the middle of winter. We had just gotten a massive snowstorm and I had 3 quotes lined up that day to train my sales rep. It was supposed to be a productive day. We head out to the first quote. I immediately get stuck in the snow. We head inside, we quote a bunch of the wrong things and the client has to leave. And then the second quote, we get canceled on right before we get there. And then the third quote, I forgot that I had rescheduled it. So we end up looping back to finish the first quote. And when we get there, my car had blocked the snowplow. All of his neighbors had been texting him to get it out of there. And when we got there, he immediately told me I had to go figure this out. At that point, I snapped. I headed out, fueled by rage. I started shoveling around my car and I ended up deciding I'm just gonna do this whole damn street out of spite. And so I'm a couple hours in, I've got neighbors coming out telling me to stop, bringing me water, but I was determined. And when I got to the end, I realized it was not determination, it was just straight up derailment. And that was my habit pattern at the time. I turn a minor inconvenience into a 4-hour suffering ritual, and I would react, I would overcorrect, and then I would justify my behavior. And this all changed when I learned meditation. So now I've learned the ability to separate stimulus and response, and I'm able to stop and observe an emotional state when it arises, focus on my breath, and just let it pass. And now I choose my reaction instead of my emotions. And so I ask you, where might you be overcorrecting in an extreme way? And where can you pause and ask yourself, am I choosing this reaction or am I just derailing? And that pause is everything. This has been day 19 of the Higher Up Wellness Speaking Challenge. So I will show you the road that I shoveled, that I'm now driving out of, and kind of still getting stuck in, but so I shoveled this entire thing free of charge, and now I'm driving out on a road that I shoveled myself. When can you say that?